Welcome, everyone, to the Whovians cast. I am your host, Matrixlord212, and I'm with Chris. What's up, Chris?
What's up, guys?
Okay, dude, so this is an interesting episode because this was supposed to be episode 3 originally.
Right.
And they pushed it back because they felt it was the strongest episode, and also they probably had doubts, I'm assuming, that the whole season was kind of like a meh, and they figured this would be the thing to put at the end. Now, then we heard bad reviews that it sucked. So when I saw this episode, I went into it with lower expectations. But I just want to get your input first, and then I could talk, because I already did a cast on it already. But go ahead.
This one, I almost have no opinion about it. It was I was completely bored throughout the whole thing.
Really?
There were parts of the episode that actually took me out of the episode where I was like, okay, I don't even want to watch anymore.
Wow.
Yeah. I have to say the guy who played the king, I know who he is. He's got to never come back.
Really?
Yeah, I've liked him in other things.
Oh my God.
But in this episode, I don't know if it was just you know what it felt like? It felt like an actor who just didn't care and was just kind of chewing the scenery.
Really?
Like have you ever seen Twilight?
Yes.
Okay, you know Michael Sheen's character, who's the head of the vampire government or whatever the hell they are. Like you can tell that he's just chewing the scenery.
Okay.
That's what I felt. I felt that watching this. I was just like, this is so over the top. Like I'm just not even.
What the hell did I see then? Because okay, go ahead. So give me more. Give me more.
Yaz and Ryan to me were non-characters.
Well, I felt. Okay, yeah, I felt they would just. Here's the thing.
Yeah.
I said this in the last cast. I'll repeat it. You know how they have this initiative, the diversity initiative, and they're like, it's all about this, right?
There's something I want to point out about that too. We'll get to that later.
Okay. So it's almost as if they have to push this initiative, but they don't believe in the initiative. And the reason why I say that is because you want to promote Yaz and Ryan. Now, of course, Graham's white, whatever, right? But you want to promote Yaz and Ryan. And with Yaz, nobody promotes Yaz.
Yeah.
Like, at all. And not only did they not promote Yaz, and not only is she like one of the worst characters, Ryan's even more worse. And the thing that sucks about Ryan is just because he has a disability where, with the direction with the bike, they turn him into like a fucking idiot. Like the whole season, even worse than someone with a disability would act like that. And he's just fucking horrible. Like I can't stand Ryan.
You know what really frustrates me about Ryan though is that I think he could probably be a really good companion if they would devote the time to developing him a bit more and his relationship with everybody else, especially the doctor.
See, I don't agree. I think he just fucking sucks.
Well, to me, like I agree overall he's a terrible character, but there are certain glimpses of hope that I see.
Really?
With the character, like in the Saranga conundrum, when he's talking to Yaz about his childhood and whatnot, I was like, huh, that's different. Can we roll with that? No, we got to get back to the pregnant guy. Okay. Right. Then in this one tonight, it was when he was talking to the king, and the king was explaining how his backstory was his childhood and him growing up was horrible for him, and Ryan was like, oh, maybe I didn't have it so bad.
But that was great because he fucking laughed.
Yeah.
He's like laughing at him like, yeah, man, you got it. Oh.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like when they were talking at first, I was like, huh, this is actually a moment. And then they ruined it. And I was just like,
right.
We can't get, I can't get a minute, or not just me, but I don't think anybody can get a minute to grasp onto this character before something comes in and goes, stop, this is character development. No more of that.
Well, did you catch the PC thing that there's no good, there's no bad, like nobody's good, nobody's evil, they're just both.
Yes.
Which is bullshit, by the way. And they're bullies. They're all bullies. They're all bullies. And I don't like bullies. Everybody's a bully. Everybody.
Well, I'm also glad too. Something happened in this episode that I've been saying for a little while now.
I think I know what it is because
Somebody finally brought up the way they were dressed.
Oh, okay. Tell me. Yeah.
Yeah, one of the characters was like, "This garb is unconventional" or something like that, and I was like, "Finally, somebody looks at them and goes, something's not right." Like,
my favorite line was the fact that the doctor's like, if I was a man, I wouldn't have to deal with this stuff. Meaning,
Yes.
Here's the thing. Now, here's the thing. When she said it, you have to understand, she's not a female in her head. She's an alien. She's a doctor. She's always been male. So when she says it, she's being inconvenienced being in a female body.
But did you catch the retcon that they did to that though? In the same, I don't know if it was before or after the line you were just talking about, but
Right.
there was that one scene where they were walking down the hallway and they were investigating for clues, and she says, "Wow, we really did have it rough during this time period." And I was like, oh, okay.
Oh, I didn't see that. I didn't think of that one. See, my thing was that in my head, when she said it, it's like, oh, I just like what? So what did she say? Do you know exactly what the exact line was? I'm
I don't
paraphrasing.
remember that because
So many words. It was like, oh, I just wish I was a man because I wouldn't have to deal with this stuff or whatever, or something like that. And in my head, I'm thinking, okay, subconscious, regenerate back into a man because fuck this. Like in my head, I'm like, oh, the doctor's gonna be male next time, subconsciously, because this is just becoming a fucking annoying. And the doctor I can see that the doctor has a hard time with people constantly talking to her different, like she's a female. I have a feeling if Chimlo leaves, the doctor's gonna be male again. Pretty sure.
I think the doctor's gonna. I mean, I think it might happen by accident, but
Right.
I don't really know. But yeah, I got to tell you, like when they were like, oh, the tree is not really a tree.
Well, see, that's the thing, because when I was talking to Alex, he brought up a really interesting point. He's like, this, this is like Doctor Who, because she fucking cut the tree, a fucking tree. Like, all this shit happened. I'm like, Jesus, It's like, it is typical Doctor Who, like fucking puddle monsters and leaves, and let the trees protect you from the radiation. Yeah. And it's like, oh, fuck. So don't cut the trees. But it's like ridiculous.
But it wasn't even a tree. It was that was the thing that got me. It was like, it wasn't a tree.
It was an
like,
alien prison. I know.
An alien thing, right? And I was like, as soon as they said that, I was like, but she cut it with an axe.
Right.
Like, but then as soon as I thought that, like a couple of minutes later, Graham said, I think it was Graham, said the same thing. He was like, if this is alien technology, how can it be damaged by an axe?
Right.
And immediately the doctor was like, well, it must have been billions of years old. And I was like, but if this is supposed to hold this army in,
right,
wouldn't the aliens be like, we should probably make this out of something that's really strong?
Correct. I mean,
so that it doesn't fuck up.
Right. This is the stupidity of the writing lately. They don't think it through, and it's like, I was hoping, please don't use the fucking center screwdriver on the wood.
Oh yeah, I was waiting.
Because I'm like, oh fuck.
I was waiting for it.
But I gotta tell you though, I mean, I'm gonna watch it again, right? But I don't know what the hell I saw that I really enjoyed it though.
Well, maybe it just resonated with you. I mean, it's probably going to resonate well.
I mean, to me, it felt like a Doctor Who episode. I mean, and that's what I wanted. That's what I've been waiting for. I mean, I felt that I really felt she was better at being the Doctor.
I agree with that. I think she was better in this one than she was in pretty much all the other. I haven't seen Kerplunk.
But like Alex said, you could tell that this is after like Ghost Monuments. Because
yeah.
So, and I'm like, well, why the fuck did they do that? Because it's like, here's the thing. If they would have released this right away, I don't know what anybody, all I know is I know Alex didn't like, he gave it like a 6, right? So I don't know anybody else other than mine. And I fucking loved the shit out of it for some reason. I don't know why. And I was going to give it, I was like, no, you know what, I'm going to give it a second watch because there was things now I'm thinking about starting to annoy me, so I'm not going to give it a fucking ridiculous high score. I was going to give it a 9. And I'm like, well, let me see. But it had the stuff I was looking for. Is this a Doctor Who episode? Yes. Okay. Is she acting like the Doctor? Yes. Did I like the villains? Yes. I actually liked that race better than a lot of the shit that's been there this season. Now,
I would probably say that they're, again, not having seen Kablam yet, but
you didn't see Kablam?
I haven't seen that one yet.
Sucked
no.
anyway. Don't worry about it. Okay.
But these felt like I definitely see where you're coming from. Where you're saying like this felt more like
this is a creation, right? This is a creation where, to me, you wrote for Doctor Who for the first time. Check. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
You created an interesting villain that's likable, terrifying, something that's memorable this season. Check. You created a villain that the fans would want to see again. Check. You had a great guest star. I liked Alan Cummings in it. Check. You had humor in it, but it did feel like a Doctor Who episode, like Graham, like being in charge, whatever. I like that shit. I like the interaction with the companions. But I also, so there was a lot of things that I looked for in this episode that I was satisfied with. Just like, I know, I don't know if you liked Arachnids like I liked Arachnids. But my thing was looking for was finally their team. You know what I'm saying? Like, they were doing things. It was a Doctor Who episode. Because a lot of these things are not Doctor Who episodes. But then you blame it because these people didn't, but this was completely a Doctor Who episode that I could say, yes, I'll watch this again. Now, a lot of these episodes I can't watch again, okay? Mm-hmm. It's like, did you ever have to do homework and like, you didn't, like, back in the day, you just, you didn't want to do it? Right. This was like a shit, like, work or, like, homework. Like, you like, it's a goddamn, it's like just to watch the episode, it was like the worst thing you've ever experienced. Like, you're just like, I gotta sit to it. It's like trying to stay awake for something, and you have to go to bed, and you want to stay awake, so to like sometimes, like, if somebody would say, I want you to watch Ghost Monument again, I would be like, even if you paid me money, I'd be like, like, it would be like,
I'd take the money, but I would just rip.
I know, but it would be, to me, it's not that easy. Like, I can't just, if I don't like something, I don't like it. That's it. You can make me watch it 10 times, I'm not going to like it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. 9 times out of 10, I may change my mind eventually with something, right? 11th Hour was the biggest example of me changing my mind.
Sure.
But, like, honestly, like, most of the time, if I don't like it, I don't like it. It's over. I don't know why I keep picking at my eyes. I can't even, something's blowing my eye. Anyway, so.
There's something in your eye.
I know. I don't know what the fuck. Touch.
No, you're the Sandman.
Yeah. Sleep no more. Jesus. So, this episode, I was happy. But then again, we get the trailer, and I'm like, shit. I don't know. Like the next episode. But you could tell now, right? That 9 episode,
mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't even know if that's in order. Because it's like, I don't know how they jump like that. You go from friggin' him, and then you're going back to shit. You know? I don't know. I just, no more putting stuff out of order. Put it in the order that it was made, and stop it with the shit promoting Rosa Parks and fucking, that was the biggest fucking mistake, putting Rosa Parks in the 3rd episode. Because they already learned about, like, the companions about time travel. Like, this one was ridiculous. So, I don't know. What else do I want to say about this? What else did you want to say about this?
I'm honestly, though, I don't think I have anything else to say, because I was literally just so, like, I was watching it and I was just like, this is on until 9:10. This is going to be like the longest.
Oh, that's the worst. When you want it to end?
Yeah.
That's the fucking worst.
Because I was like, how long is this episode? And then when I saw it was
that's the worst.
9:10, I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, no, if he gets to be that point, it's like, oh shit.
So I gotta say though, I'm you know what I've gotten to, and this is really bad, and I feel bad about the show because I know a lot of work goes into it and everything.
Yeah.
It's almost gotten to the point where it's become so bad that it's comical to me.
Yeah, I know. We're starting to see shit. I'm start fucking cracking up. Yeah.
I watch it now just to see how bad it can get. And I've never even done that with wrestling before. Like wrestling, I've watched it and then I stopped watching it because I was like, I love this too much to.
Well, that's what I got. I told you back in the day, religiously, I used to go there, everything, and it stopped.
Yeah.
One day, that was it.
Yeah.
Gone. And then right. I mean, see, with Doctor Who now, for me, it doesn't have the same feeling that it did.
No, me neither.
I'm thinking about it, I think about it, I'm like, and I don't get to, what is it? I'm like, I just think, when I think about it, I'm like, are they going to fuck up this episode or not? Like, that's like in my head. Yeah. All the time. All the fucking time. It's not like, oh, I can't wait to see the Doctor. It's like, are they going to fuck this up? I mean, and even, even if I wasn't working, right? There's a little thing in my head that not in a hurry to see it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like before, no matter what, gotta watch it live, right?
Well, that's what happened to me with Kerblam. Like normally, I would have been like, you know what? I was watching Survivor Series. I need to go watch that episode of Doctor Who that I missed.
Right.
But now, and part of this is because you guys told me, that it was really bad, and I heard that it was really bad. But I'm just like, do I even want to go watch it? Like, I don't even care.
Do you know what it is, Chris? Though the last episode is biased, though. I gotta tell you, you can't go by our opinion because you know what it is. I was in retail and I'm in retail again. Scott's in retail. Everybody that was working in retail that rated this episode fucking hated it. So it may not necessarily be because it's Doctor Who, but the fact that they put retail into it and they don't know what the fuck they're talking about with retail anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like that's could it be that. And of all things to make, you do retail. So plus it just sucks. But anyway, so I don't know. That's the thing with Kerblam. It's like a lot of people that are into retail just do not fucking like it. So
yeah,
dude, I gotta tell you, and I was hoping, I was like, oh please, because we were talking about it, and sometimes I watch our cast over and I'm like, I see where we're coming from. Like, we don't like a lot of stuff, but to other people might think we're negative. But you know what, though? Then we got the fake people, though. We got the fucking people that try to make money with pages and shit. That they promote the shit even if it sucks.
Yeah.
Which I'm like, oh God, I'm gonna drop this page. I don't want to be part of this. Like, Yeah, no. It's like, shut up, like with your shit.
It's like watching The Talking Dead. It's like none of them will admit when there's a bad episode.
That's what I'm saying.
Crazy.
I don't like that at all.
No. That's why I don't.
And you know what bothers me too? It's like I don't care what you say about blah 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 invented this fucking TARDIS console, right? We don't fucking see it. So you know what? Fuck you and your design, because you know what? Obviously it ain't that fucking great that we're not seeing it, or something's up. Because I just don't fucking see the design.
Have you noticed that? Like, they haven't been inside the TARDIS, like, the past
You could probably put every episode together, and you're lucky if they're in it, like, fucking 2 minutes.
I wonder, really, if the budget for special effects has gone down so much that they just can't fill in the gaps that would have to
I honestly think that the guy built the fucking TARDIS when they had most of the episodes done, and then they just refilmed fucking scenes in the TARDIS all on the same day.
Yeah.
Because
I don't blame them, because I mean look, go back and look at the end of Rosa, right? Where she's in the TARDIS with them. That set looks like the set.
Well, who's in the TARDIS with them?
When the Doctor and the companions are in the TARDIS.
TARDIS, okay, yeah.
Showing them the clips of what happens throughout the rest of Rosa.
That looks like a half fucking created set that you just see in one fucking space.
It looked like Mystery Science Theater 3000.
Yeah.
I was watching this and I was like, what happened to the set? Like,
right. I actually thought they just made this little fucking area and just say that's the TARDIS with fucking green screen around, right? Dude, because I'm like, I just see yellow. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like bright. Yeah. And I'm like, where is the TARDIS? What the fuck is this?
There were sets in like Power Rangers that looked more convincing than that.
I didn't even think that they actually, because the way it seemed to me like they weren't even actually fucking in it.
Yeah.
And then I'm saying to myself, well, is that bullshit that they didn't even create a TARDIS and they just, oh, that's it? Because
I just have this image of like if they ever did like a multi-doctor special, like Tennant, Smith, and Capaldi walk in and like
they fucking hate it.
They don't even say like oh, you redecorated, I don't like it. Like they would walk in and be like, what the fuck did you do?
Exactly.
Like,
what is this? I fully expect that. And I still don't understand how they get it to dematerialize. You spin the fucking hourglass? I still don't know, though. It's like fucking... because I think they all turn the lever. But then one time they turn the fucking hourglass, like they spin it? Like a fucking fidget spinner? And I'm like, oh.
I don't know. I have no idea. It looks like it was made out. It looks like somebody was like, let's take elements of the Fortress of Solitude and like a clockwork thing and put it together, and it's all crystal, and it's like, okay, it's alien, but this is too alien. This takes people out of the show.
Right. I'd be looking at the TARDIS console, and I'd be like, okay, so, and stupid shit will run in my head, and you can tell me if you thought the same thing. I'm looking at the TARDIS console, and for a second, I'm like, so they don't like to fly coach, so they have to sit in first class, and they have to have the best hotel things, and they have to have the best wardrobe, and then there's no money left. And I'm like, there's nobody left. Like stupid shit, right? They ate a lot. They got a lot of food catered.
I just want to know, like, what is the purpose of making the TARDIS look like this? Like, what? I would love to, and I'm not riffing on it. I'm just like, what was the designer thinking? Like,
it's the accountants. The accountant says the money's not there. They put the money towards other shit. They didn't put it towards a basic thing like the TARDIS because it's a business accountant that they're like, all right, you have $5 for the TARDIS and $1 million for the trees. Like, and that's basically what it is.
Well, what I mean though is like they obviously had enough to design it. Like I'm not talking about the actual like the way it turned out. I'm talking about because this has to be designed before obviously the
I don't think they spent money into this at all.
But my point is I'm not talking about the money. I'm talking about the person who made the concept art for the TARDIS. What went into that? Like what inspired them to make it look like this? Because to me, I'm not an artist or anything. I'm just somebody with an opinion about what I'm seeing. It looks terrible. It looks like it looks like the TARDIS threw up.
And you know what? Not only does it look terrible, though, I don't mean to cut you off, but
no.
In the pictures that we saw, that looked better.
It did.
And this is worse.
It did. When I saw those pictures, at first I was like, eh. But then I looked at it a bit more, and I was like, well, this does look alien. So that is kind of.
It looks like. Did you ever go with? Did you ever? No. How do I bring this up? Did you ever go to Chuck E. Cheese?
Yes.
Did you ever go in those fucking things? Or the kid, or like if you were a kid, and there's like fucking lights, and it's like bright yellow and shit. This is fucking Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah.
Do you think? I mean, it's like
right,
ridiculous color lights that you would never fucking be caught dead in something.
It's almost like they're shining spotlights into there to kind of hide the set because it looks so bad.
It's like they live, but subliminally, like making it weird colors that you like. And it sucks.
It feels like you're in an operating room.
I want to know where the fanny pack is.
Bright lights, like it feels like an operating room.
I want to know where her fanny pack is. And I want to know if they deleted her fanny pack because we mentioned it numerous times. I didn't see it. Do you see it?
No.
No. Not that we need to see it.
No. There's how many episodes are left? 2?
2 and a special.
I can't believe it. Like
I know.
Consistently, like there were episodes of Moffat that we were like, "This was good." Maybe 2 in a row. Sometimes we got 3 in a row that we were like, "Wow." But this, to me, has been consistently bad, except for like.
I got to tell you, I saw
a couple episodes, but
I saw a Black Friday sale, right? I saw the PlayStation and so whatever, and then I also saw the internet. I see like Slash, Doctor Who.
Yeah.
I don't know. And I saw like the season now. I guess it's $30, $29.99, then they had a slash for 27, right? And I looked at the price. I'm like, no. But wait, I paid $100. I was throwing a con at that time, right? Every time a Doctor Who box set came out, it was $100. Right? Ridiculous price, and nobody would buy. I bought, right? And at $27, I was like, no, I wouldn't pay $27.99 for Jodie Whittaker's Doctor Who season.
And why would you? Of the 8 episodes that we've seen, which one of these would you honestly say I need to watch that on DVD or Blu-ray?
I mean, it's not like, even if we like, okay, let me. This has a different classification system, I guess, because even if there's episodes we really like, right? Mm-hmm. Like an 8 out of 10 Jodie Whittaker or a 9 out of 10 Jodie Whittaker is like a fucking 6 to like David Tennant. You know what I'm saying?
I wouldn't even say it's that high.
Or even my thing is that if you can't even compare it. If you actually had to compare, like when we rate it, we don't rate it based on other episodes. We just whatever our reaction.
I don't have a separate rating scale for this. So that's why mine are so low.
My thing is that I just feel, I've said this in a lot of casts, you cannot compare it to any of the new Who seasons because of all the seasons. I'm talking about series. Series 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All on a line. And if you had to put it in the order of the best one to the worst, this would be on the bottom. This would, of all 11 series, this would be the bottom one. The complete level bottom.
I agree. Yeah.
And
because I thought last series was not that great. But there were things in last series that I at least liked. Like
I said, I was thinking about that too this past couple of days, and I'm like, we joked about Puddle Monster, but she's a million fucking times better than any of these fucking people this whole season.
Yeah.
The way they made her fucking look, her fucking eye makeup, fucking perfect.
And we had Capaldi there who would at least give a great performance even if the episode sucked.
Right.
Christopher Eccleston, David Tennant, Matt Smith, and Peter Capaldi would always give a good performance. You could be like, at least that was good. But with this, like, there's nothing. There's nothing about this that I like.
She can't save it. She can't, like, give anything to it that's going to make me, no.
And this is going beyond. Like, I was thinking about this because I saw a video titled, there was a Doctor Who thing that said the title was, like, much worse than we thought.
Yeah.
And I didn't watch the video, but I sat there for a moment and I thought, and I was like, I went into this thinking that I was going to like this season except for the fact that there was a female doctor, but I was going to get over that.
Yeah.
I never thought it was going to be like this.
No, I didn't think it was.
I can't believe, like if I could go back in time and show myself how bad it was, I don't think my past self, I'd be like, this has to be a joke.
No, I know what you're saying. I don't even think of myself like, because now the way I feel, I have a feeling next thing they'll do is like a Kickstarter. Because I'm like, how the fuck? I don't know, man. That whole rating system is flawed that they do for the viewing. That's fucking fixed. The whole thing is fixed. I don't care what anybody says. If you did the same rating system that you rated David Tennant's with her, she'd be on the bottom.
But you know what? It wouldn't, like, I agree with you. I think that it's mess. I think that
it's bullshit.
But let's say, I'm going to humor them for a second, right? Let's say that the rating system was completely accurate, and these were the highest rated episodes of whatever time period they're looking at, right?
Right.
It wouldn't surprise me because the audience that said, oh, female doctor, I'm watching now, is probably watching this, but here's my thing. This has been so bad that they're not going to come back for Series 12.
No.
Then what's going to happen?
They're not. And another thing, it's like we've been doing stuff I've been doing stuff with my channel, because I've been planning for this for a long time. Remember?
Yeah.
I told you from fucking years and years ago, there's going to come a fucking time where Doctor Who is just going to fucking phase out, or it's going to be because somebody's going to fuck it up, and we're going to need to talk about other stuff. That's why we created the Everything Show, Horror Kiss, all this stuff. Even now, I'm creating even more stuff because I'm like, we're gonna start doing Black Mirror fucking casts.
Well, we were saying this when we saw Capaldi's time going down. We were like, this is not good. We like back then we were like, this is bad. And then I can't speak for anybody else, but I thought at least McChibnall would maybe be able to bring the writing back up. And yes, there was a female doctor. I didn't like that, but you know what? I'd probably get over it. But this is bad on a level like for Doctor Who that I never expected it to get like this.
And I honestly feel that he should be fucking embarrassed of putting this out. And not only that, but all the assholes that put out those articles, and I do call them assholes, that say, like, they're so fucking in defense just because she's a female. That they're like, they all got it wrong. All the haters got it wrong. We're not haters. We don't fucking like it.
Well, I remember that there were people saying like, you're going to see, she's going to be the greatest doctor ever. In what universe?
I don't know. I don't even know if there's any of the 53 Earths from DC that it would exist that she would be.
Like, I think the Living Tribunal from Marvel would look at this and be like, I can't find a universe where this is good.
No.
I can't find it.
Dude, I was trying to create episodes in my head to try to pull it off that this would be great for her. And I'm not like before, I didn't think I was good enough, but when I seen all these episodes written, I'm like, I'm definitely good enough to do an episode of Doctor Who. Maybe that's a good thing though. Because some of this shit's so bad that I'm like, oh wow, I'd be fucking amazed.
You know what it really is to me? Like, and maybe this is just a minor thing, and maybe this is just me, but when I'm watching this and there's no connecting story, it's just like, why am I watching? Nothing connects to the other.
I feel that Chibnall got the job. He sat home. He's like, yeah, I got to go to work. It's a job. Gets home, never talks about it. Talks to friends on the phone, never talks about it. It's a job. I don't want to talk about my job. Fucking hates his job.
Well, didn't they say that he didn't want this? That like they had to convince him to do it?
But here's the thing. Even in jobs, whatever. If somebody doesn't like something, they're not going to give their best work.
Exactly.
That's a performance fucking like review and issue. Like you do not want to have somebody working for you that does not want to be there. And the problem is that he doesn't want to be there. So if you don't want to be there, then BBC say, Chibnall, we're letting you go. But why drag us for fucking 2 more series? Fire him and just take a fucking break then, and then write something. Because the thing is, like, if they wrote the Series 12 and Series 11 back to back, Series 12 is Series 11 Part 2. There's not going to be any room for improvement. You're going to fucking kill everybody. Like, you're going to kill the fan base. There's no change.
I'm going to tell you right now, they're not going to fire him. And my proof, I'm not even taking this as like a maybe. This is smack dab proof, like right in front of you. I don't know if you saw this commercial that they put on there during the show. Maybe you saw it, maybe not.
No, I
it was a commercial. I don't know if it was specifically for BBC or BBC America or both, but they had clips from Doctor Who, Orphan Black, that other show that the actress that played Christina from Grey's Anatomy is on about killing people. Yeah, that one. And then they showed 2 or 3 other shows that they have on, and all of the leads were women.
Right.
And I was like, okay, whatever. Right. And then I didn't know that was the point of the commercial. I thought the point of the commercial was that they were just showing their programming.
The whole agenda is women.
It didn't hit me until at the end of the commercial, they had a tagline in there about how they're all women.
Yes.
And I was like, so you're blatantly telling us that when Jodie Whittaker said this isn't about her gender,
it is.
She lied.
Yes.
You lied. All of them lied.
They all lied. In fact, they even got all female doctors together and saying how it's a great time to be a female doctor. There's been female doctors for fucking centuries. Okay? And
I couldn't
I can't fucking believe what's happening right now. I just can't. They're going overboard. And the thing is, I'm telling you, Chris, there's going to be something that's going to be triggered, and it's going to all come crashing down. This whole fucking thing, this whole agenda, this whole thing, something's going to happen, and then it's going to go out like zombies are in, zombies are out, vampires are in, vampires are out, horror movies are out, horror movies are back in. It's a fucking trend, and the trend is going to fucking just go away completely.
You ever used to watch Friends when Friends was on?
Yeah.
Do you remember that episode where Chandler walks in and Joey and Ross are like painting their nails? And he goes, "Oh my gosh, where are all the men?" Like, that's what I feel like. I feel like we're being replaced in everything. And it's not even like, oh, good for women. It's like the agenda is, no, we have to fuck over as many men as possible.
We've been talking about this. Every movie there is are doing this whole agenda thing. Like, we've been dying to have a James Cameron Terminator, and now that we have it, it's not James Cameron Terminator, it's feminist agenda Terminator. Like, I gotta prove my female lead is how better than your female lead. And it's like, this whole agenda thing is gonna fucking cost money.
There was a part of me that didn't want to believe that that's what this series of Doctor Who, like the naive part of me, was like, I didn't want to believe it, like that's what was happening. I was like, no, that can't be. But then all of a sudden I see this commercial and I'm like, oh my gosh, like the Illuminati are real. Like,
you know what it is? It's like there's these assholes that treated women like shit. They should be punished. But then the whole agenda got twisted.
Yes.
Where to pay back the females for all these decades or whatever, it's their time now. Here you go. Everything. You get everything. Because you're superior and men are inferior because of this one fucker, like the Weinstein thing, created this whole fucking thing. And we've had bombs. We've had box office bombs.
Well, that was a legitimate problem, and it still is. But my thing is, though, it's like when you try to exploit that for like gain.
Right.
Not women, but like these production companies that are like, you know what, this is popular now, we can do something with this. It's like, please stop.
Well, BBC are flat out hiring more females than men now for spite.
I know. They've said that. And to me, that's complete.
So if that was in America, you'd get fucking arrested.
So like, that means to me that it's like, oh no, it doesn't matter if you can do the job or not. It's just, are you a woman? Are you this, that? You get the job. Like, it's like, wait, but what if somebody who's really good at it is a man? Well,
they lost the opportunity.
Like, you know,
fuck them, because they had their time. They had their time. That's the whole thing. They had their time. So unfortunately, what's going to happen with Doctor Who is this is going to continue. It's going to fucking drop. Doctor Who's going to take a break for a couple of fucking years. Unfortunately, it's going to happen again. Doctor Who's going to take a break until they cleanse all this shit out of their system, until the BBC cleanses all this shit out of their system. Maybe even the BBC might not even be anymore, where they have to sell it off to something. And when it comes back after a fucking 5-year break or 10-year break, then it will be back to normal or better than ever.
I think that's probably what has to happen.
It's going to happen. This is they don't understand. It's like the fucking dog going after its tail, and it doesn't change the behaviors. They keep smashing their head into the wall. Eventually, they're going to start bleeding. Eventually, it's going to be over. They just got. If you're a writer and you write for Doctor Who, write for Doctor Who. Please don't write, I'm Chibnall and I'm mad at men. I'm mad at men and I am a Republican or whatever the fuck. I hate Trump or whatever they get. And then they fucking put all this shit into the episode where their opinions are the doctor's opinions. That's not happened before. Same thing like Marvel. The fucking writer's a Democrat. He's got to fucking make the character Democrat. Got to make the whole fucking comic and the whole fucking sister comics and all these different things. And they just try to fuck up the whole thing. And it's not about writing and the way the character's supposed to be. It's about the fucking idiot that's the writer that likes fucking this candidate has to fucking put his stupid ass fucking input that they can't just write a fucking comic book anymore, or they can't even just do Doctor Who anymore. They got to put their fucking bullshit in there, the bullshit of reality in there, and poison the shit out of it until it's dead. And this is what they're doing.
And to be honest, I wouldn't even want like a conservative who had like counter opinions. I wouldn't want them running the show either, because I don't want like the counter opinion being put in here. Why can't we have like a subtle political message and focus the story on the science fiction of time travel and dimension travel and space travel?
I was writing for Doctor Who, and let's just say I was a fucking Democrat, I would not put my personal shit in the episode like that. You want to watch the Doctor traveling through time, saving people, fighting alien menaces, having companions. There is no room for personal bullshit in there. Just like if all of a sudden I was like PETA, against fucking fur, right? Against cruelty, whatever. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't put that shit in the fucking episode.
Yeah, you wouldn't have like an alien race going around that's like skinning cats or something.
No, I mean, this is fucking ridiculous.
Like, the doctor at the end has to be like, we shouldn't wear fur, even though what are we going to make clothes out of? Like, you know.
You know what I think it is? I think that this day and age, everybody is too pampered, where they maybe they have too much pampering and freedom into what they do, but then a lot of times they get fired because they don't realize what the fuck they're doing, how stupid, and they're not supposed to be doing this and doing that and doing this. Like when we had people doing their own fucking agendas and they secretly put shit in comics, they got fucking fired. That happened with Marvel with the X-Men, right? Like something comes up that the BBC don't agree with. Let's just say something big happens or they get fall out, just like James Gunn or whatever, some shit, right? Mm-hmm. They're gonna fucking get the heat for it, and then he's gonna be out. You know, this whole bullshit that there's no good, there's no evil. That is the biggest pile of shit there is, and that means that everybody is good and evil, and you can't fucking have that. You can't. You're making it saying it's okay for people to kill people. You can't do that. You can't.
Yeah, I agree. And you know what? Like, you know what a good example of this is, at least to me. It's like, you remember that episode with, I mean, everybody remembers this episode, but with David Tennant and Donna, where the whole adipose thing.
Yeah.
Remember that? See, that was made back when a time when like the weight loss pills and stuff were really popular.
Right.
And they still are, but you know, but the message of that was maybe you don't need to do this. Maybe you can exercise and you'll be okay. If that episode were made now, the message don't body shame people. And it's like, why is that in Doctor Who?
Why do they have to mention Donald Trump in Doctor Who?
Oh,
why do they have to do that shit?
I knew they were gonna. I'm just surprised at the way they did it. Like,
I don't understand.
Hated Trump doing it.
You're in a different fucking country. What do you give a fuck about Donald Trump? Why don't you give a fuck about your Brexit shit? You know what I'm saying? Like, that has nothing to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, give me a fucking break, honestly. I mean, they've been bashing Republicans constantly in Doctor Who lately, and it's so like I'll love End of Time and everything, but then I'm like, oh, give me a fucking break with this. I'll say that. Like, come on, really? Like, you don't need to fucking put your shit in there. You don't. But
I don't know, man. I never expected this, and I know we have 2 episodes left, but I think
all 3, the special 2, yeah.
We've passed the threshold of this being a good series, even if these last 2 are really good.
We're in fucking like panic mode danger right now. Once the season's gonna be over, you're gonna see. Because let me tell you something. Listen, I am all for people having a Facebook page, but if I see a Doctor Who Facebook page that constantly says everything is perfect and there's not a bad episode, I don't want to be part of that page. And they don't say the truth. Merchandise is going clearance. They had a thing, besides selling the DVD, the Blu-ray, right? Her T-shirt is $10 now.
Yeah.
Nobody wants it because it's a female T-shirt that's only for females and whatever. Even the females don't want it. Like, the merchandise launch was a failure completely. Complete fucking failure. Nobody wants to carry it because they lost money. So that's going to sipper into BBC because, like, they will not be able to sell new stuff as easy because they won't want it. Nobody likes to get stuck with clearance shit on their shelves. And if a company keeps putting out stuff that drops, they don't want to carry that company anymore. They don't understand it. They don't realize it. It's happening. Then you're not going to get. Then they don't want you to promote. You know, it's going to be. They don't get it. They still don't get it. The show is falling right now. TARDIS is fucking speeding down. They don't see it. They just don't see it. But they'll see it soon. Maybe in a year or whatever. When series fucking 12 comes and nobody's watching it. I mean, they'll tune into episode 1, but then they'll start to see.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, it's like they'll see it, but they'll never admit it. They'll never be like, "Oh, this didn't work." Like behind closed doors.
It's all egos. It's all egos.
But to like articles online, or not they'll come out and be like, "We're extremely pleased with everything the doctor."
Right, but do you like that when people lie to you and then you fucking find out a couple years later, like, yeah, this didn't work? Like,
no.
I fucking see some of these YouTube channels too, and they're like, it's all this thing one way, and then all of a sudden you find out, oh, this person's horrible, and this person it was in a toxic. What are you fucking talking about? Everybody's like, oh, fucking fake. You don't know. And it's like, oh. So. I'm telling you.
It's I don't know. I don't know if it's Chibnall's just like he doesn't want to do it because, you know, this is all sounding very familiar to me, and the Godzilla fans out there will know what I'm going to say. This is almost exactly what happened with the 98 film. Like when they went to Dean Devlin and Ronald Emmerich, they were like, we don't like Godzilla. We think it's silly.
Right.
Do the movie. Okay.
Yeah. I told you, if you would have called it,
look what happened.
If you would have called it Monster in New York and not called it Godzilla, it would be a fucking great flick.
It'd be entertaining, yeah.
It would be, you know, but listen, 2013 is when I created the Everything Show. And even since then, someone said, oh, your doctor was dead, your show is done. No. We've planned accordingly for this, okay? We have the Everything Show, the Horror Cast. We have gaming on the channel. There's so many different things. And yes, I'm still, you know, I'm collecting a check from YouTube. I had it the other day, by the way. But, like, I don't, like, it's no longer that Doctor Who is on my channel like this. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's changed. Like, a lot of people love the Everything Show. We do a lot of those, you know? I would love Doctor to be part of the channel all the time, and I hope we can continue, but I don't know if they're gonna be even around. You know, so we'll have to see. But you gotta.
I would love to know. I mean, this might be a little bit early to do, but I would love to know. Anybody who's watching, just tell us how you feel.
Yeah.
In the comments. Like, if you think we're completely wrong, just
tell us.
Respectful and tell us you think that we're wrong.
Be respectful though, and tell us. Don't be like, oh, you know, name calling and cursing and shit. That's not showing your intelligence.
It's unfortunate that there are a lot of people out there who like what Doctor Who is going, like what Doctor Who is doing, and if you do, that's great. That's fine.
Just tell us.
Tell us, because maybe we can see it from a different perspective. We're not gonna come on here and be like, this person on this video said they liked it. Fuck them. Like, listen, you know, we're not gonna. Like,
just I love the episode. He didn't like the episode. He hated it. Like, so. We're talking normal. Like, we're not gonna get you coming in here and ripping you apart if you don't. Right. You know, I mean, we're rating the episode. We're not against each other. Like, that's so stupid. But yeah, I mean.
But overall, I think we can agree though that this season has just been.
This was a fucking letdown. This was a fucking letdown. Fucking letdown and a half.
Yeah.
Terrible. This is like the worst fucking letdown in a long fucking time that we had. In a long time. Totally fucking knocked us on our ass. It's like, you know, people are like, oh, you know, what are you watching, Doctor Who? And it's like, people are starting to forget it. Like, what's that?
Yeah.
It's like, oh shit, it's
I'll
happening.
tell you a story. I went out to a restaurant with a couple of my friends a few days ago, and our waitress heard us talking about Doctor Who, and she was like, "I haven't watched it in a long time."
Yeah.
And she was like, "I was a huge Whovian. Haven't watched it in a long time." And I was like,
she stopped after Matt Smith.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was no, I don't know. She said she watched some of Matt Smith, but then not a lot of Capaldi. And she was like, "How's the new one?" And I was like, "To be honest with you, it's not that great."
No.
And she was like, "Oh yeah." I mean, she didn't seem too surprised. So I was like, ugh.
You know what? I got to tell you, it's not that the show is old. It really isn't. It's. I mean, I just me and Connor disagree about this. It's not that it's out for 55 years. It's that the wrong people are working on it, and they're fucking it up. And that will be the stupid excuse that BBC will say, "Well, it had a good run, 55 years, but it's time to put it to rest." But they'll never say that they fucked it up.
No, of course
not. That's the ego. That's the ego. Because the wrong people are doing it. If Russell T. Davis was still doing it, or Moffat was still doing it, yes, we might have a problem with Moffat, but it wouldn't be like it is now. It wouldn't be. So, and it's not all about doom and gloom, hatred. I mean, we have a lot of members on here, but we all kind of feel the same way. Most of us, that even the people that were supporting it dropped off.
Yeah. Because there's a lot of people that came on here that were like, "I can't wait for Jodie Whittaker," and we were like, "Okay," but now they're just like, "This is terrible," and it's not because of Jodie Whittaker; it's because of how the story's being created. I mean,
and some people didn't even watch her yet. That were all for it, and it's like, you know what?
And to be honest, I don't like anyone who says like, "Oh, well, this show is just." It's just negative. It's negativity. It's like, watch a cast where we all really like an episode.
I know. Come on.
And you'll see how excited we are to talk about it.
I just don't like. You know what it is? Like, we do so many casts. We're so dedicated with the show. We're so dedicated with other shows and movies. And then when people just like say stupid comments, like, look, you can say whatever you want to say, but if you don't really think it through, and you could be trolling, you could not be trolling, but people are like, "Oh, Matrixlord would be done without Doctor Who," and it's like. We were alive for 10 months, right? 10 months without Doctor Who. We fucking survived, We survived when Doctor Who was off the air longer than that, right? Doctor Who does not affect the channel, our channel anymore. But, like, in other words, the channel's going to continue no matter what. But it's just, Doctor Who, of course, is like a major thing in my life. But, unfortunately, it's dropping off. Like,
I don't even consider Doctor Who that major anymore, to be honest.
I'm still holding on to a false sense of security. I don't know, whatever.
Well, no, I mean, I want it to get better. I mean, I want it to. Where
I'm stubborn about it.
I'm at the point of when I came back to watching wrestling for like in like 2008 or so. It was bad. I mean, it was really bad. But I kept watching because there were things that they started to do that I liked. So I was like, I was holding on to these, and now it's not perfect, but it's much better than it used to be. So that's what I'm hoping Doctor Who, like, I'm hoping that maybe that happens. But
well, I hope it doesn't get like with wrestling with me, where I just totally drop off, complete cold turkey. Because that
what would it take for that to happen?
You know what? I don't know. I don't want to think about it because I got to tell you.
I think I know. Like,
I don't see. The thing is with wrestling. I mean, I'm just talking in general. We're related to the story, not we're going on different topics.
Yeah.
I, went to Monday Night Raw. I'm not saying I was the best fan there is, but I went to WrestleMania. I spent a lot of money. Not as much as some of my friends, of course, because they would at every fucking thing there is. But I didn't have that much money. But like, I was like every fucking time Raw came on, reading in the paper what people were saying about it, going on the internet what people were saying, like. If there was an internet, at the time was just like the start of the internet, different things. And after the kids came to the picture and everything, and it was just after a while, like if I missed it up, it was like, you know what? It just got so fucking horrible for me.
Yeah.
I don't blame it because I became a parent. It just became so fucking dull. and predictable, and I got tired of nothing ever happening that was fucking amazing like it used to be. That it's just too fucking. I would predict everything that would happen, and I'd be like, fuck. Then it's like I don't want to. If I predicted everything that happened in Doctor Who all the time, it would be horrendous. Because I want to be surprised. And when we start predicting it, like when we predicted the fucking puddle monster, exactly, she's gonna come back in the last episode and she's gonna save everybody. I was like, fuck, like that happened. But that started happening a lot with Doctor Who, where you knew what was gonna happen. You're like, and then everybody every week was gonna destroy the universe. Every week. Now we don't even get that, but we get there's no connector to anything important.
Yeah.
It's all there's no sense of you need to see this episode because then you'll be confused the whole. There's nothing in these episodes that really is of value to basically where you can't miss it. You have to put stuff in Doctor Who that's so fucking integral to the season that you need to fucking see that shit. And they don't do that. They don't do it. By making, that was the worst thing. And I even said, that's going to be the worst thing ever that they detached every episode as standalone. Because it's going to be as boring as F. And there's not going to be anything that's going to make it worthwhile. And then it's going to be forced by the time they do have a storyline like the Stanza in episode 10, right? Where there's 9 distress calls and you got to, it's going to be like, oh, give me a break. Like, it's just so bland and, now she's going to fight all the villains she fought the whole season. How predictable is that? From her first season, look how I did as a doctor. I beat everybody in one episode. It's like, oh, that's great, female doctor. That's great. BBC. Yeah, wow. No doctor ever did that before. Yeah, okay. I'm doctor. It's like, okay. They're forcing it upon us now. They're trying to force us to say that she's great or try to say she's not. I mean, I have faith in her, but I don't have faith in Shipper.
Yeah.
He's not. Listen, any job you have, if you have an employee that don't want to be there, then they can't be there. Get rid of him. And they're not doing it. So he's gonna fuck up. He's gonna fucking treat it like a job. He's gonna fuck it up even more. He doesn't, like we said, something's missing. There's no fucking love in it. Like when fucking Mark Gatiss did An Adventure in Space and Time. You watch that, you're like, this motherfucker loves Doctor Who to death, right? There's no love in this. There's no love in this season. It's loveless. There's nobody that you can see in this season that they really put their fucking heart and soul into it. No. Maybe we like an episode, maybe we love, but it's not like the other episodes. There's nobody here that's doing it other than a job. There's nobody here that's a fan that's going fucking nuts, putting everything they have behind an episode. No. It's a job. It's an episode. It's a TV show. It's not Doctor Who 55 years. It's a TV show. And it's like, fuck. We're going to get new writers that have never written for Doctor Who before because we're going to show how we have diverse in BBC and they can't fucking write episodes of sci-fi even. It's like, and even if they can, it's still not measured to the other stuff. You were talking about the thing I saw on Facebook. You did a Facebook post. You mind if I say? About
go ahead.
The Doctor fought Satan before.
Oh, yeah. This was, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you want me to do? Okay,
yeah,
sorry.
You said it. So, yeah.
No, she said in the episode, because there was a whole point in this episode for people who didn't watch it, was that, like, the people thought that it was Satan that was doing all this stuff.
Which it wasn't. Right.
And the Doctor was like, I'm not a real big believer in Satan. And I was like, didn't you fight him as the 10th Doctor?
So you know what it is? Even in that episode, though, he didn't want to believe in Satan. Though he's
right.
Like, even at the end, he's like, was it Satan? Well, I mean, I don't know. Remember, like you said, he just didn't want to believe that existed.
But I was just like.
But she could have said something like she did.
Yeah.
She could have said, well, I fought somebody that was like Satan, and you're not even close. Like, there's none of that.
Yeah, that would have actually, when you just said that would have made a lot more sense.
Yes, but no, it was like, I can't mention other people's episodes. And it's like, shit. this is the way it's going to be now.
I don't know, man.
All right, we're going to get out of here. We're done. We'll be. You want to do an everything show?
Yeah.
All right. All right, guys. We're out here. Take care. Bye for now.